What's up, y'all? It's Queen Kiki, Raw Magazine TV, checking in tonight. Uh, with the sick and tired of being sick and tired segment. We're picking back up on the show at the beginning of the new year. We will be doing remote pop-ups across the city of Dallas and Fort Worth, Texas, with our sick and tired of being sick and tired segment, our Look Who's Talking segment, our Hot Rims and Rides segment, and our Freestyle the Beat segment. So be on the lookout and make sure you participate. But I'm bringing tonight an unpopular opinion, I'm sure. But as the goddess that I am, I really don't give a fuck how you feel. But I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of the narratives that are being pushed on these social network platforms, and it is basically a lot of man bashing. And I don't particularly say that I don't like it or that I like it, but what I am going to say is that it is a lot of it going on, and it's very rampant. It's very common to come across these posts bashing our black men, our fathers of our children, our uncles, our brothers, our cousins. Basically, a lot of women feel as though that it's okay to go online on these international and national platforms and say all of the worst things they can to drag the black man even further down, you know? And I want to say that I think that this is just a demonstration and a confirmation that a lot of women don't want to take, in particular black women, I'm speaking of and talking about tonight, as a black woman. They don't want to take accountability for their own actions. So a lot of this visceral hate or dislike or disappointment or what should I say, unsatisfactory behavior of a black man to the black woman is coming out of these women's mouths out of frustration, out of bitterness, out of hurt, and out of pain. Now, I'm all for everyone going through their own healing process and doing what they need to do. But I want to remind everyone that as a black woman, to attack your baby father, a black man, to attack or speak negatively and ill of the black man as a whole is doing a disservice and shows a lack of credibility of yourself, because a lot of you laid down and had babies with these same men that you bash and say that he ain't shit, he this, he ain't that, and blah blah blah, the everything to the 10th power and the third. But nobody holds themselves accountable for what they do and what they've done, and they don't drag themselves for what they've done in that relationship to make it at the point that it is no longer in existence between the two, the mother and the father of the parent. So I think that black women on a whole lack accountability. And the reason, I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. There's a movie on Tubi. It's called, what was that we was watching last night? New Year. knew us too. And in that clip is speaking about what I'm saying about a black women not taking accountability and always wanting to throw themselves around as a victim. This woman got upset and found herself having to question trusting her husband when he said that a woman was pushing herself up on him, and she kissed him, but he wasn't kissing her back, and put her out and turned her down. So she went through this whole, oh, I can't trust you, and how am I supposed to believe you didn't do anything else, and this and that, and she got into a whole emotional uproar, called the friends and family to talk about what he had did and blase skippy, right? So she left abruptly from her honeymoon vacation because, once again, a black woman, which many of us black women do, in attempts to sabotage her marriage and her trust between her husband, she came to where they were on their honeymoon at to show her pictures or video on her phone that she recorded of him kissing this other woman in his office. Okay? Because she wanted a relationship and he turned her down several times. Okay? And not only did he turn her down, he fired her from the job that she had as a assistant in his company. Now, the woman, like I said, was questioning his faithfulness and her trust in him and all of that. And later on, they had a gathering with their friends when he returned, and they reconciled, to a degree. And her friend, so-called friend, another black woman, blames it on the alcohol, and she blurts out that some information that he didn't know about during a period of their separation. She stayed for a whole month with a whole another man that he had attempted to go and see if she had been at this other man's place, and he was told that no, she wasn't there. But at this gathering with the friend, the female blurts out that she had been staying with the other man for a whole month. And then she was, upon her returning, being gone for a month to her husband, she became pregnant. But all along, the husband had no doubt and thought that the child was his. But now, because her friend divulged something that was supposed to be a secret between them two women, black women, so-called friends, on her being drunk and basically really hating on her friend having such a good life in a good relationship, and she's single without a relationship and wanting one, she just blurts out this secret that the woman was staying with the man for the month that her husband thought that she wasn't there. So that caused friction now for the husband to question if the child is his and why did she lie and all of this and that. And which brings me to my point of not taking accountability. So the woman was upset and felt she was betrayed because he had, and she didn't know if he had been with this other woman more than just the kiss or not. But at the same time, She was holding the secret that she had been staying and living and not responding to her husband, which was her fiance at the time, for over a month, and didn't tell him. So she gave him the story that she was sleeping on the couch with her clothes on for the whole month that she was there. And so being confronted with that, now both of them had to take a look at each other to get an understanding and come to a forgiveness between the two of them to move forward in their marriage, in which they did. But that woman and what she did is what a lot of Black women do when they start bashing their baby daddies, boyfriends, or men they've been with in a relationship long term, so have you. They hold secrets that they didn't divulge to their partner, and those secrets, if they were to become known, or the woman was to take accountability and become honest about her wrongs, then she would find that like herself in a situation like that young lady. You gotta have more understanding, or should have more understanding of what your partner is telling you in any type of incidents of infidelity or questions of infidelity. So if this secret that is told is given to the man, in a lot of the relationships in which these women that are being bitter and saying how bad the Black man was to them in their relationship, then we wouldn't have so many misunderstandings and so much hate coming and bitterness coming out of women's mouths towards the Black man. Now, I know a lot of people may disagree, and once again, this is my opinion, and I'm going to hold to it because I see it every day on a large scale. Half the women who screaming about how doggish this man was to them are some dog ass females themselves. And they dog in a lot of ways. See, the thing and the sad part about a lot of women is they caught up in their looks. They think their looks exempt them from being exhibiting proper behavior, and proper behavior, which is ladylike, with class, with morals, with decency. A lot of women aren't as pure, and their hands are as clean as they want their mans to be. And I have a problem with that, because a lot of you females are dirty and do dirtier shit than these niggas that y'all talking and bashing online every day, And it's gotten to the point now where we don't have any healthy homes or healthy relationships being built, because people are going into these relationships